Hey there, Facebook friends. It's just Julie again, and I'm just jumping on quick to day 7 of looking at the compound effect. And so you may have been following me and you may have not, but I've been talking over the last 7 days about the compound effect and how you can jumpstart those goals that you have in your life and really come to accomplish them. And so if this is your first time joining in, just put a 1 down below. It's so good to have you here. If you're listening to this as a recording, I'd also love to hear where you're coming from, or even write some of your goals down below or something else that I might be able to answer for you. I'd love to hear from you below. So I'd love to have those comments and likes. If you find any value in this series, I'd love for you to share it also with some friends. And so if you know of anybody who's kind of just stuck and need a jump start in their life, this might be something just to help them. And you can go back up my feed and look at the last six lives. So this is the 7th, and we're going to look at the next 2 days at goal setting. And is there a mystery to setting goals? That's my question to you. Is it a mystery? Well, goal setting really isn't mysterious. In the past, I have set goals and then I wouldn't accomplish them. And I'd get really frustrated and I'd really ask myself, why are all those people around me accomplishing their goal? What are they doing differently than me? And so I just began to dive in and study. I just really believe in personal development. And so I just started looking at some of those people that have really been successful in different areas of their life, set goals, and what are they doing when they set a goal that was different than me. And so we're going to look at just part 1 today, and then tomorrow we'll go dig in further into more of a process and a concrete formula. So today is just kind of that big overview. So I really would love you to join me tomorrow as well. And so I just want you to think, and you probably have felt this way before. In our society right now, we are bombarded with just millions of sensory bits of information daily. We're just constantly being bombarded, and our mind begins to ignore probably 99.9 of all that information that is coming into our head. It can become really overwhelming with all these bit-sized pieces of information just coming, bombarding us. And what our mind does is our mind begins to think internally about what we're really focusing on. And so we have to ignore so many of those sensory bites that are coming into us. And really to accomplish something, we really need to have focus. And then what we focus on internally is what we begin to see. And there's a great example of this, and I want you just to share this with you, and maybe you can relate. Have you ever been car shopping, and maybe there was a particular model and color that you were really looking for, and that's what you've put in your mind. You're really focusing on that. And then all of a sudden, as you're doing your car shopping, you begin to see so many of that same model and color around you. And you're just like, this is crazy. I am just seeing the same car that I want in that same color everywhere. What did they just all of a sudden start coming out of the woodwork? No, the same amount of cars, that same color and model, maybe 2 weeks ago before you were really focused on that model and color, they were there. But what happened was your mind, inside your mind, you started to really focus on that particular model and that particular color. And that's all what you began to see. Can you relate? If you can, put a 1 in the bottom. I'd love to see that. It's human nature. And so what happens is we begin to really, what we're focusing on, then we begin to internally see things around us. And that's kind of how it relates to our goal as well. If we're really focusing on a particular goal, then we begin to see maybe resources or things, or we're propelled to do something that will help us with that goal. We're really focusing on it. And so I'm just going to pick this up. This is from the Compound Effect. I really love what Brian Tracy has to say. And Brian Tracy is just, if you don't know anything about him, he is a great personal development guy. He has really good thoughts. And so I'm just going to read to you what he said. Top people meaning people that are at the top or are successful in any kind of goal in their life, have clear goals. They know who they are and they know what they want. Okay, so those two things are key. I really want you to focus on that. They know who they are and they know what they want. He continues, they write it down and they make plans for its accomplishment. Okay, so right there, my friends, that is the secret. It's not a mystery. It's not difficult, but Brian Tracy says it so clearly. They write it down and they make a plan for its accomplishment. So many of us have these goals in our brains and we're carrying them around right up here, and they become like marbles, just bouncing around in our head, and then they're just rattling around. But what I am suggesting in this first part of this goal setting live is I am suggesting, and a lot of the top personal development trainers out there, this is where I've gotten it from, that writing that goal down is super important. But even before you write that goal down, I think Brian Tracy hit it on the head. They know who they are and they know what they want. They have a very clear vision. And so that is really key. And so what I want you to do today, this is going to be a shorter live, but I want you today to take action. And all of the times that I come on and share with you, I really want us to be people of action, doers. I don't want just to come on here and give you a little spiel or just share something and then have you go on your way. But I really want to inspire you to take action. Be a doer. Be a doer. Don't just sit and listen to things and then not put them into action. So what I want you to do today is I want you to think about your goals, some important goals that you have in your life, and kind of look at the whole balanced area, maybe just not at one, but maybe in the area of your personal health, or maybe you have a relationship goal, a finance goal, a career goal. Kind of look at those goals. And I want you to really think about, okay, who am I? And what do I really want with this goal? What do I really want? And then I just want you to simply create a list of those goals. That's all I want you to do today. But take action. Write it down. If you're committed to write those goals down, drop a 2 in the box. That would be great. So that's all you need to do today. Super simple. There is no mystery to accomplishing our goals. It does take hard work, and it takes a lot of reflection and beginning to write those goals down. Now tomorrow, I'm going to give you a formula, a really good formula of how to accomplish those goals. And it's quite simple. It's not complicated. So I'd love for you to jump on back on my fan page tomorrow. Usually I do this around noon. I'm so sorry I haven't been super consistent with time. But what I have been consistent with is making sure I'm here. And so if you don't see me live, you can always come back and listen to my post. You can also, there's some place, I think it's above, you can click be notified when I come on live. So if you're around working, maybe doing something, you'll be notified when I come on live too. So if you have a moment, I try to keep these under 10 minutes, but I really want to connect with you. And really my goal, my heart is to help you achieve those goals, to become an action person, because I know what it feels like to have a goal and not take action. So that's all there is for today. It's so good to see you here today, to listen. If you got any value, share it or let me know below, and we will come back together tomorrow. Have a great day.